it's Nikki here. I'm just doing another kind of holiday long weekend vlog. I have some more time off, which means I'm going to use some of this extra time to get in some extra reading. I intend to read more of this. As you can see, I have just done a very tiny chunk, and I've been working on this book for a while. I ended up putting it down at one point and having a really hard time picking it up again, but I recently picked it up. I'm in kind of for a large fantasy. I think it's like a compendium of a couple of the stories, maybe 2 or 3 of the books. It's a good chunker, but it's nice and floppy, so hopefully that'll be a nice read. It is kind of like a portal fantasy. You started with 5 main characters and they are now in a new world, and they're kind of sorting out, there's archetypes based on what they were pulled in for. Also going to work on Waking Land by Cali Bates. I've been reading this one. As you can see, I'm most of the way through it. It's my reading when I'm eating breakfast at work book, because I go to work pretty early. My fiance usually sleeps in, so I eat breakfast at work just to give him some extra space. But I'm almost done that one. I'm really enjoying it. It's about a girl who was kind of like kidnapped from her people as a young girl, and now she's accused of killing the king who had been raising her like one of his own kids, and she is struggling with loyalty to the person who raised her, despite her remembering that she was kidnapped, and like dealing with all the unresolved issues surrounding that, or if she's going to support her people. And so far it's been really good. I've really enjoyed kind of the conflict, the inner conflict back and forth, and I've been enjoying the characters quite a bit. The other one I'm wanting to get to this weekend is The Mermaid's Voice returns in this one. It's a very slim poetry volume. It's on my list to read because of the Goodreads challenge I decided to undertake this year, which is reading like top voted, or I'm just reading the shortlisted stuff. And this was one of them. I don't think it was the winner, but it was on the list, so I'm gonna give it a try. I figured since it was so slim, it was a good one to start with. I got some things in the mail that I'm just gonna update you guys on. I got this really nondescript envelope. I forgot I'd entered a Goodreads giveaway that I had actually won. I don't win things like that. I don't have very good luck. And the book that came was historical fiction, Paris Never Leaves You. This is alternating between wartime Paris and 1950s New York in World War II. I love this. It's historical fiction. This is actually an advanced reader's edition, so I'm not sure if I'm going to read it quite yet, or if I'm going to wait a little bit closer until the publication date, but it's something kind of fun and interesting I have. And then I have my Blind Date with a Book subscription book. I'll film an opening for this later. I'm not going to open it now. Again, not sponsoring me at all. I just really like the subscription service, and I thought it'd be fun to use what they have there as just an idea for my TBR, because I typically don't announce anything other than that one. That's all I really got to say right now. I've already gone into my pajamas. I've got some tea going. I intend to settle down, put on some tunes, and read. I will check in with you guys later. Hey guys, it's Nikki. I'm just checking in. It is later in the day. It is still the 13th of February. I have some good update news. I got super obsessed with the ending of this book and powered through it. So I read about 80-ish pages of this today, and I actually really enjoyed it. It was interesting fantasy, a few interesting concepts. The characters were all right. I'm debating whether I'll do a full review on this or not, but I will probably post one on Goodreads at some point. For now, I've just rated it, and I'll go back to it if I think of it. In other news, I haven't read anything else yet, but I realized 2 things. When I mentioned my book subscription from Blind Date with a Book, I realized that they're actually suspending their services right now. They're overhauling how the subscription service works. And so right now, at least, I've just ordered some books to get me through the next couple of months, but I don't have a subscription, but the format should still be the same for the next little bit here. We'll see what happens after it's reformatted and what I'm going to do, and what I'm going to do with it. But then I also realized I forgot I had a bunch of appointments today, and when I was done, I went, oh, I'll go see if there's the sequels are at Indigo for the 2 series I started this within the last 6 months that I want to continue? The answer is no. Both of them had the first and the third, but not the second. And instead, I walked out with that. So, you know, lots of good books, I'm sure. I got some cheap ones, History of Medicine and 50 Objects. This one I think will be really interesting. I've really been enjoying the kind of like medical and biology related nonfiction I've been reading so far. And that's continuing along the same line. 4, 5, and 6 in the One Punch Man series. If you guys have seen on my channel, I did do a kind of spoiler-free review for the first 3 volumes. If you haven't read them, I really recommend them. It has a very specific kind of humor that I really enjoy, and the concept is just this guy's super OP, and he's kind of struggling with what happens and what comes after you hit that point where you literally destroy everything with a single punch. How is your life? And that's kind of what it is. And then I was so excited when I saw this. I'm a pretty big Stephen King fan. I read a lot of his stuff growing up because my dad had a whole bunch of it. And I finally got my own copy of The Stand. Oh, The Stand is probably my favorite of his books that I've read. And I was so pumped when I actually first saw the mass market paperback edition, and it's like, oh, that's awesome, but I didn't really care for the cover, and I love the cover on this one a little bit more. It's a little bit creepier. I'm super pumped to have a copy of it now. Yeah, so that's exciting. And then I got another one. This one is called Educate. This is the one about a woman's story when she grew up with like doomsday people. So I've heard really good things about it, and I'm going to try it myself. I went into the horror section, which is why I found the Stephen King book. And I also picked up The Deep by Nick Cutter. I don't know what this will be like. Sounds pretty interesting. There's a plague, they find a cure for it kind of at the bottom of the ocean, but the people studying the cure, their station goes silent and they have to figure out what's going on. So I'm pretty pumped. Sounds like it could be interesting. I'm kind of hoping maybe kind of siren-y mythology related rather than just like straight sci-fi, but we'll see. And then my final was a table that had 3 for $20 deals. So I got 3 books. Leave No Trace, The Fall of Lisa Bello are both mystery thrillers, and then The People We Hate at Weddings sounds like it's kind of like a light kind of contemporary rom-com. I'm not sure, I haven't heard of any of these, and so we'll see how it goes, but I was pretty excited. They were a good deal. Sounded like some things I enjoy, and they're in genres I don't read as much, so as you saw with my TBR, like 2 big fantasy things. And with that, I will let you guys go, and I will eat my supper, I will watch my YouTube, and I'll read more books, and I'll update you maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, we'll see. Hey guys, it's Nikki here. This will be my final check-in for the day. I have made pretty good progress in the book. I've read about 40 pages since I last saw you guys. I'm still watching YouTube, just watching someone play through, I'm watching the channel's PBG gameplay. He's playing through Mario Chaos Edition. I've watched it a few times, so it's just really nice background noise. And because I don't know why, I decided about half an hour ago it'd be a really good idea to make cookies. So I made some matcha shortbread just to mix it up and see how it goes. But I feel pretty good about the progress I've made today with the books. The Waking Land, like I said earlier, I finished. I chugged through the last kind of like 80-ish, 90-ish pages there. It ended up being pretty good. I'll do at least a Goodreads review on it. And then the Fianna Tapestry, which I'm working through right now, is dense. Lots of information. Some of the characters are pretty interesting. The world that's created is incredibly interesting. Although there are a few elements that make me think of very similar characters to some of the characters in Lord of the Rings. Nothing big. I'm not like, oh, it's a Lord of the Rings ripoff. there's just a few things that make me think of it, and they just are increasing my enjoyment of the read since I do love the Lord of the Rings series so much. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next update. Bye. Hey guys, it's Nikki here. Hey guys, it's future Nikki. This whole update went completely dead. I don't know what happened to the audio, but after I went, hey guys, it's Nikki, it went completely silent, and so I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to skip that update and we're gonna go right to the next one. Hey guys, it's Nikki here. I'm here just to kind of fill you in on my next update. I didn't get as much reading done as I would have liked. I had to do quite a bit of packing and cleaning as we're going away for a little bit this weekend to see my in-laws. And so I haven't made any progress on the Fianna Tapestry. However, I did finish The Mermaid Keeps Her Voice in This One by Amanda Lovelace. I really enjoyed it. Same general thoughts as last night. I know some people didn't care for how it was written and said that it wasn't poetry, but to me it kind of comes off a little bit more like slam poetry because it is more like prose than poetry, really. However, I still really liked the message. I found it was very powerful, and I've immediately put the other 2 books in the series on hold for my library when they're free because I'm super pumped to read more of her stuff. I really, really enjoyed it. As for my trip to see my in-laws, it's not a super long drive, but long enough that I'm hoping I might be able to crack out a audiobook on the way. My fiance's at work, so he's gonna be sleeping while I drive. And I'm currently listening to Miracle Creek. I think it's Angie Kim. I'll include it on the screen if I'm wrong. And then the other one I'm hoping to maybe get through is Murder on the Orient Express. I don't think I'll finish either of them really, but I'm hoping to kind of pump out at least some of it. I recently read a physical copy of Murder on the Orient Express, and it was okay. I'm wondering how the audiobook will be. If I enjoy it, I might try more Agatha Christie that way. For physical books that I'm taking with me, however, I'm doing more of the Fianna Tapestry, which is already packed away. And then the other 3 I'm going to take with me, I have 2 short ones. Classic The Ghost Seer by Friedrich Schiller, translated from German. I got it on Book Outlet for a good deal, and I've been trying to get more classics, especially classics that are just not English classics, because I've read quite a few of those. The other one I'm trying is Every Heart a Doorway by Shannon McGuire. I'm not really sure how to say that. I've heard really good things about her Wayward Children series, so I'm going to start by picking up the first book. It's pretty short. I might actually get to it this weekend. I don't know how much reading I'm really going to get done. However, my in-laws have this thing where they go down for naps. So I usually have about an hour or 2 just kind of to chill and do my own thing because I don't nap. So we'll see. And then a more ambitious one, Children of Time by Adrian Tchaikovsky. That was a book that I heard about from Books with Emily Fox. I quite like a lot of her sci-fi recommendations, so I'm going to give this a try and see how it goes. I may not get, like I said, I may not get a lot of reading done at my in-laws, but I do have some more days off after the weekend. And so anything I don't get through this weekend, I will hopefully be able to kind of power through with the extra days off. I will see you guys in the next clip. I'm here to do my final check-in of the day. So since I checked in with you last, I was able to listen to about another hour of Miracle Creek by Angie Kim. And on the way up, we had about a 2.5-hour drive to get to my in-laws, and we listened to Murder on the Orient Express while we were driving, and I'm about, between that and what I listened to earlier today, I'm about 70% of the way through the book, so I will likely be able to finish that one. With Miracle Creek, I'm only about 40%, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to finish that one as much. And then I didn't get any reading done on the Fianna Tapestry because I was driving the whole way, but I intend to dig in a little bit now and read a little bit tonight, and I will update you guys in the morning. Hey guys, just checking in. It is now the morning of the 15th. I am at my in-laws, as you can see. This is not my place. And I didn't get as much reading done last night as I would have liked. I probably only got about 20 pages done. However, I woke up pretty early this morning, and my father-in-law enjoys doing his own thing in the morning. It's perfect for me, and everybody else was asleep, so I ended up reading like 50 pages. So I'm at a total of about 70 pages between last night and what I read this morning. I'm still really enjoying it, especially now that kind of the info dumpy stuff is a little bit less and the other, like the character arcs are a little bit more involved. I haven't listened to any more of my audiobooks. I'm still at like the 70% for Murder on the Orient Express and 40% on Miracle Creek by Angie Kim. And otherwise, I have no other updates for you guys. I'll see if I get time to post during the day. If not, I will come give you guys an update at the end of the day. So I said I was going to give you guys an update at the end of the day, and I completely forgot. I was super tired, and then I ended up watching a bunch of YouTube with my fiance after my in-laws went to bed. So I didn't get to update you guys. So I did more reading in the Fianna Veer Tapestry. I'm a little bit farther. I didn't get any more, I didn't get as much reading done for the rest of the day as I'd had in the morning, just because we were visiting and chatting and doing other things. But I intend to put this aside for a little bit today and try. It was a classic on Book Outlet. It's translated from German. I haven't read as many German classics or as much German literature as I would like. The only one that really stands out that I've read is Perfume. And it's a nice thin volume. I'm hoping I'll be able to kind of crack it out today. I don't think we're planning on doing anything too major today. As you can see, I've gone up and gotten ready. Well, most of the way ready. I still have to do my makeup and stuff. And we're going to be going to church. And after that, I think we're just going to be visiting again. So chances are I'll get through it. And if I do, I'll probably pick up Every Heart a Doorway by Seanan McGuire. And hopefully I'll be able to get some of that cracked out. And then if I get through those, I'll pick the Fianna Veer Tapestry back up tonight. And yes, I know I'm the worst and I completely forgot about updating. I'll try to be better today. Hopefully I'll remember to film during nap time when everybody but me goes down for a nap. Happened yesterday. I called it. So yeah, we'll see. And hopefully I'll remember to update you guys again. Hey guys, it's Nikki again. I'm here just to do a quick update. I haven't got really much of anything read. I have started The Ghost Seer, as you can see. I'm about 40 pages in. Something like that. Yeah, 40 pages. And this is a rough go. And I think it's just the way it's written, because it's so old. Like, it's older than a lot of the classics I read, so the language is very different. And it's making it a bit of a slog and having a hard time kind of really getting engaged in what the story is. And basically, it's about like this noble and his story in Venice. He meets up with a friend who's a prince, and like after encountering an enigmatic Armenian stranger who makes uncanny pronouncements, and a bizarre chain of events unfolds. So it's kind of like, I don't even know how to explain it. But it says it leads the Count to question his faith and morality. And based on the introduction for the book, it's based on, or it takes inspiration from an essay written by Immanuel Kant. And it's very strange. I was expecting not as philosophical of a tone, I guess. And so it's been really hard for me to get engaged with it. I'm going to try to go a little bit more into it and see if maybe it picks up a little bit. But unfortunately, my goal of reading this and Every Heart a Doorway by Seanan McGuire is not going to happen. I'll be lucky if I get through this today, but I'll let you guys know kind of where I end up at the end of the day, and I will hopefully have some better bookish adventures in the next few hours. Hey guys, it's Nikki. I'm just getting ready for bed here, washed my face and stuff, and I got really not that much reading done. As you can see, this book isn't that long. I think I've only read like 50 pages. I'm having problems getting into it. Despite having read a lot of classics, the language in this one's very different, and I think it's because it's translated from German. And I'm also having problems getting into the story. It's supposed to be, like I explained last time, about this guy and his trip in Venice, and some like weird things happen, and so far the only weird thing that's happened they've kind of like figured out, really, so I'm not sure what else is going to happen, if it's supernatural or not. I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm hoping, now that it's kind of the end of the day, that I can get some reading done in the quiet year with a lot less of the visiting happening. Like I said, it's time to go to bed. Well, time for me to go to bed, which is earlier than everybody else. So I can just kind of settle down. I didn't get any more of the Fianna Tapestry done. And as I didn't finish this book, I didn't let myself start Every Heart a Doorway. Mostly because I don't have enough bookmarks. I don't really want to muck up the Every Heart a Doorway too much. And unless I get some serious reading done tomorrow, it seems unlikely that I will get started on Children of Time by Adrian Tchaikovsky. So I will read a bit in bed here, hopefully get ahead, and I'll update you guys in the morning. Hey guys, it's Nikki. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. It's the morning now. I didn't get tons of reading done. I was pretty tuckered. I think I got like maybe 5-10 pages read, but I officially cracked the halfway mark of The Ghost Seer. It's divided into book 1 and book 2, and I just started book 2, or I ended book 1 last night, and I read the first maybe 10 pages of book 2 this morning. Still not crazy about it, but I think the biggest thing is like the philosophical tone to how they're talking and how they're arguing really caught me off guard. It's not what I was expecting. And it's translated from German, and it's from a different, it's from a different era in classical literature that I haven't really been a part of. Yeah, and I'm excited for the drive home. I'm hoping to get to listen to some more of my audiobooks. And when I get home, hopefully it'll be a quick cleanup, quick grab for groceries, and then maybe some more reading. I will probably pick up something else if I'm done The Ghost Seer. If not, I might do a little bit of the Fianna Tapestry and then Ghost Seer. And if I remember, I will vlog again and let you guys know what's going on. See ya. Hey guys, this is just another update for you. We are home from my in-laws. I ended up being the passenger the whole way back, which is nice, and because I hate staring at the flat, boring scenery, I did end up getting to power through The Ghost Seer by Friedrich Schiller. I really didn't enjoy it. Thankfully it was short, and I just powered through it, and now, as you can see, I'm editing and listening to YouTube while I go, and hopefully I will get this done and then get to do a little bit more reading today. I don't know how much reading I'm going to do today, just because I have some things to catch up on before the work week starts, and I will see you guys in the next update. Well, it is the end of the day, and I got basically no reading done. I finished the book on the way home, like I mentioned earlier, and that was such a rough go of it that I really had a hard time picking up another book today. So I did not as much reading as I would have liked, but I'm still pretty proud of the reading I did, especially with the Fianna Tapestry, and then muscling through that last book, The Ghost Seer, that I wasn't enjoying very much. And with that, I will leave you guys on that sort of high note, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.